Tan Books presents Confessions by Saint Augustine, translated by Anthony Esselin, Ph.D. Read for you by Kennedy Hall. Translator's note. It is a daunting thing indeed to translate the first, and for all I can tell, the greatest autobiography ever written, the Confessions of Saint Augustine, especially when the acts of speaking and writing, of prayer and praise, are central to the work itself. For Augustine was trained up in the art of rhetoric, and he taught young men how to best choose their words, arrange their material, and craft their sentences so as to be most persuasive in courts of law. And though he looks upon his former line of work with disgust, knowing the immoral uses to which the art would often be put, he was still the rhetor, and he aimed to persuade. Yet there is a difference between that old pagan rhetoric and the rhetoric of Augustine the Christian, and it means all the world. We hear the clear ring of the difference from the first sentences of the Confessions. You are great, O Lord, and to be praised indeed. Great is your power, and your wisdom is beyond reckoning. And man, a mere part of your creation, desires to praise you, man, who bears his mortality about with him, and the testimony of his sin, and testimony that you resist the proud. And still this man, this part of your creation, desires to praise you. You rouse him up to take delight in praising you, for you have made us for yourself, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. That is not mere stylishness. The pilgrim Dante would later say, when he stood in the presence of God, that whatever he could say of what he saw would be no more than what a baby could say, who wets his tongue still at his mamma's breast. What can the finite creature say to the infinite God? That is the paradox of praise. We are a tiny part of creation, but we are made in the image and likeness of God, made to praise God and to revel in his love. What can we say? But what can we not say? What Sidney's Astrophil says of his beloved Stella, Sidney the poet, thinking of Augustine, intends that his readers should apply to God. Not thou by praise, but praise in thee is raised. It is a praise to praise when thou art praised. The wisest of pagans could but stand upon the shores of this mystery, but even if they, I am thinking here of the Neoplatonic philosophers, whom Augustine himself read before his conversion, and to whom he gives generous credit for seeing what they did see, though there was much they did not see, knew somehow that the divine must be the object of their love. They did not see that they had first been the object of God's love. God is love, says St. John.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?